Hi everyone and Namaskar. This is Hiraman Tamang, MPhil scholar at Nepal Open University. So today I'm going to present my experiences on the course Translation Studies. So let me proceed my presentation. So before taking this course, I had limited knowledge and skills on translating the text. So um, I was translating many documents, reports, and then stories, religious texts. But at that time, my focus was on word-to-word translation. So my focus was on um, uh, making the text comprehensive, like निधारमा अक्षताको टिका लगाउने in Nepali. So I was translating to put colored rice on forehead. Like English to Nepali, to baptize Nuaran Gurnu. So these are word-to-word translation. So cultural meaning has been lost in this translation. So I was doing uh, this course, and then I learned so many things. I attended many workshops. I got opportunity to translate poet text and prose text in these workshops, and then through assignments, I translated poetry, legal text, economic text, and then I got feedback from my friends, and then I also provided them feedback from my side, and then I read and analyzed some of very important research papers, very famous scholars, renowned scholars' research papers, and then I presented in the class. So such activities enhanced my translation skills and knowledge. So James Holmes, he is one of the very renowned scholar in the field of translation studies. So he has great contribution in developing translation studies as an independent discipline. And then he presented a paper titled "The Name and Nature of Translation Studies." So he has discussed the nature of discipline, and then he has categorized the types and process of translation, and then uh, he discusses the theories and application of translation, descriptive translation studies, translation theories, applied translation studies, translation policy, translation criticism. Such contents, such aspects have been described in his this paper. And the new Peter Newark's research paper, "No Global Communication Without Translation." So this is his paper, research paper, topic of his research paper. So this topic itself indicates that um, it indicates the significance of translation, significance of translation studies. So there is, we can make the meaning, there is a communication because of translation. So meaning is the key for Peter, and then sense is the key for Peter. So we can globalize local text through translation, and then we can localize global text. For example, we can localize uh, Shakespeare's masterpieces, translating it into a Nepali language. So this is localization of global text. On the other hand, we can access the global knowledge through translation. So we can contribute in the ocean of knowledge to globalizing text, to globalizing many cultural texts and knowledge, and then um, word and sense translation. So this is the issue of translation. So context, culture, society, time, so things needs to be considered as a translator. So edit research paper, why translation matters. So it tells the significance of translation. World world literature as an academic discipline have been established because of translation. So many best texts or masterpieces have been accessed through translation. So many writers have been influenced through translation. Garcia Marquez, he was heavily influenced by the translated works by William Faulkner. He was influenced from William Faulkner's translated works. On the other hand, translation, it develops, it promotes the language, it thrives a language, so it helps in thriving a language. Likewise, um, a local text or regional text have been recognized because of translation. For example, Rabindranath Tagore's Gitanjali, so it was not recognized. Later on, in course of time, it was translated into English, and then it has been recognized and it received Nobel Prize. So this is the power of translation. So this is the power of translation study. So let me present some of my insightful learning. So now I learned that translation, it is art and skill. Like um, we should have the cultural understanding. So there is cultural translation also. For example, proverbs, idioms, such things. To translate such things, it is very difficult, very um, complicated thing. So we should have cultural understanding. So there are two approaches: domestication and foreignization. So domestication, it means to focus on target text. So to focus on target text, it is also important. Um, on the other hand, to focus on source text also equally important. So both are important, domestication and foreignization. So moreover, there is politics in translation. So hegemony, translators' positions, such things we need to understand. And then there is cultural and intellectual domination and violence through translation. So as a translator, we need to be aware here. It's a serious job. So we have both joys and challenges as a translator. So we need to be careful, very much careful, and we need to do justice, and we can contribute in the storehouse of knowledge. So let's proud to be a translator, but it's not easy. We need to have in-depth knowledge of language, literature, culture, religion, philosophy, or contextual understanding. So knowledge and skills of such things, it helps us to be a good professional translator. So here is a very important quotation: a translator needs mastery over two languages as his or her mother tongue. So it means, as a translator, we need to have proficiency on target language and source language. So it's important to be a professional translator. So we have choice to be a contributor or to be a good translator, professional translator. On the on the other hand, so intellectual and academic criminal. So it is in our hand. So it is very important to understand these issues and these aspects of translation studies. So this is my understanding. This is my learning. So this course, it has changed my perception towards um, translation. So now this was my presentation. Thank you, and you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much. So this is my presentation.